Thanks, nephew. You got me right there. All right, Man, Women, Questions After Live Talk Show. Bring it to you every Thursday, 7 to 9 out of DFW, Arlington. We make it happen, man. We got some great topics for you today. Welcome back, nephew.
Welcome, baby. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah,
This shop, baby. This is family around here, man.
Absolutely. So we got always, go ahead and introduce. We always got to my immediate right. The lovely, the sexy, the toit.
The what?
Toit. Kamika Foster.
What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling on this rainy night? This rainy Thursday night. It's kind of chilly outside. I hope y'all got somebody y'all booed up with this evening.
And who to your right? And who's to your right, Kamika?
You know what? I got my long time little cousin back in the house. He been, working hard on the truck, out overnight doing his thing. He back in the building trying to set the record straight. We got Mr. Marcus Gully in the house.
What is good, baby? I'm back home, man. You know what I mean? Had to get out here, you know what I'm saying? Do some things, make some money on the side or whatever. You know how I get down.
Gotta do
what I gotta do. But I'm back home. I know y'all been missing and set the record straight. It's gonna be juicy today, you know?
Hey.
It's gonna be juicy, you know? Juicy fruit. But hey, man, it's glad to be back, y'all. So let's do this.
No doubt. You know how we do. We get down. We make shit happen, and we love the spot. We love the spot.
No doubt.
And hey, nephew, we turn that on me a little bit right there.
I got you.
Man.
Turn that on me right there. There you go, right there. All right. You know how I start the show, man.
The rant, the famous rant, my man.
The famous rant. And the rant is stuff that get on my dang on nerves, stuff that I need to make people understand or bring that truth. You know what I mean? And I got some truth today.
No doubt.
All right, so the rant goes with, we had a couple of posts in our focus group, and one of it was, should we legalize prostitution? Was that kind of like it was what it said? Should prostitution be legal? And the other one was, there was a scenario of a guy who was an athlete, professional athlete, and he was offering $10,000 a month, and all she had to do was give him conversation, give him time, give him companionship, and the description did not include sex. And women were jumping on it like, hell yeah, I do it, right?
Right.
They had a few guys who were listening, who kind of looked at the comments, right, and start critiquing and judging the women, and basically was saying that you're wrong, your body shouldn't have a price,
right?
All these other things. And my rant today is that you done lost your damn mind, dude. I'm gonna say it in this camera. You done lost your damn mind, dude.
Okay.
Why? Because we all pay for it, some level or not. You look at a situation with the prostitute, the stripper, and the woman with morals. Because there were certain women that were talking about, no, I wouldn't sell my body. I have more respect for myself.
Right.
And these are the same women, with the women of morals that we want to call them. They're the ones who, out of the deal, they get maybe a dinner, some concession stand, popcorn from the movie.
$25.
You know what I mean?
Skittles, drink, popcorn, okay.
And the stripper, the prostitute,
right,
they get money in exchange for it that they can go spend elsewhere after the date. Both guys are temporary in their life. Both the prostitute, the stripper, and the good girl have a revolving door in a bedroom. If you're not married, you still are sleeping or dealing with various men or numerous men throughout your single life while trying to find Mr. Right.
Right.
The prostitute and the stripper got it figured out that, hey, you can get IHOP as a couple of dinners in a movie. I'm gonna get rent. I'm gonna get cold cash. So you pay for it regardless. It's just, what is your price, ladies?
Right.
What's your price? If your price is some dinner and movies, well, damn it, that's your price. But guess what? The men who want to judge these women, you're paying too. Whatever you're paying, that dinner that you take her out to, that was a part of the tab.
Right.
I
agree.
Those drinks that you're paying for, that's a part of the tab. So it just all depends. We're buying and selling anyway. It's at the end of the day, it's an exchange for goods, money for sex. Bottom line, either you're trying to do it for IHOP and try to keep your for dinner and movie, and you want to keep your morals, or you can say, nigga, this is what my price tag is. Pay up.
Well, you know, you already know one is easier to deal with than the other. You know, I mean, I can accept the fact that if I'm a woman, that you know we're doing the whole. You know, we're doing the whole dating. You know, so it's a softer, you know, acceptance versus look. Let's cut off all the fluff and let's get down to the tactics, the brass tactics, which is, hey, I want your booty. I want your time. I'm willing to pay for it versus the other crap, man. So I totally agree with you. I mean, I know every time I go out take a chick out or whatever, I'm paying for it. Even being married, we still pay for the booty. You know, when you buy them the red bottoms, when you buy them this, when you buy them that, when you make them feel romantic, you're still paying. Right. Well, I would say light bills is a random. You're just going to do it anyway. Now, if you're paying for another woman's household light bills and yours too, then yeah, you're paying for it. Because we've also talked about if a man were to pay all your bills, what would be his reward? Most of the chicks online was like, yo, most definitely he getting the booty. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. Like, I'm going to come home, clean his house up, be waiting on my knees when he gets in the door. You know what I mean? Right. So yeah, we all understand that. So I agree. I agree, dudes, fellas. You're paying for it. Women, either you're selling it, but don't get mad for the woman who directly understands what she wants. You know what I'm saying? If she wants it, and which is a stripper or a prostitute, don't look down on her because I'm taking everything out the, you know what I'm saying, all the fluff out and getting what I need. You know what I mean? So
right. It is a financial gain based off of the exchange for services. You hear what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a price tag for services. If she wants to be the church-going saint that sins and wants to judge somebody, and she wants to try to cloak it under moral standards, that she's I'm not that kind of lady. I got more class. I got more dignity. I got all that. So at the end of the day, you single and you done hit 5 niggas this year trying to find Mr. Right, and all you got to show for it was some possibly good sex, a few dinner, a couple of ticket stubs, and some dinner receipts. and you still can't keep him with all your standards and morals, all your 90-day rules. He still ain't staying.
Still is. Yeah.
If you ain't got chemistry, don't stay. There's no witchcraft voodoo strategy or blueprint to ensure a long-term relationship. So with all your dignities and morals and cloaked, I mean all your 90-day rules cloaked as moral standards, that's BS. Who cares at the end of the day?
Well, obviously they do. Obviously it's there for a reason. I mean, it's there to put towards, you know, them feeling a certain way about themselves or something. I mean, why produce something or why make something into existence if it's just there, if it doesn't hold any value? So obviously it holds value.
It does. We put a lot of value on it. The question was, to go back to it, prostitution, with it being the oldest trick in the book, in making a business, do you think it should be legalized? I think it should. I think that women should be allowed to do whatever they want with their body. I think that they would make stupid money if they were allowed to do whatever they wanted with their body. Why is it illegal anyway? It's my body. It's his money. If we want to go into a hotel room and we want to do an exchange for goods, we should be able to do that. So, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it because guys do it anyway.
Right. I mean, if dumb guys are dropping stacks,
right,
for
well, dumb guys,
stupid guys, if stupid guys are dropping stacks for pole and lap dances,
okay,
with just the hope of getting some, they're dropping crazy money, right? And you say that one particular top-notch stripper,
right?
How much money do you really think she can get if the hope could be fulfilled? Because he's doing it all with the hope of getting some perk outside or above and beyond just the lap dance.
Right.
He's trying to acquire some type of favor.
He's not trying to be the average dude.
He's not trying to be the average dude.
Right.
I mean, everybody's fantasy in the strip club. I know we're simple creatures, but we are based off of hope and potential. And you just can't tell me, with men being the way we are, that there's a guy who is just happy going to the strip club just to drop off money with that complete absolute understanding and nothing else. There has to be something this logical creature is trying to gain from dropping more money than the next guy. There's a competition. It isn't just about who has the most money, because we could just count it at the door and you say, oh man, you got 5,000 and you got 4,999. You the winner. Go ahead and leave. Nobody's gonna dance for it.
right.
So
right.
there has to be something. So I'm thinking in my logical mind, the reason why there's a money battle going on and he's trying to talk to and singling out one particular dancer, because he believes eventually the hope to get that extra favor has to be
right. This one more dollar is gonna possibly make her say, you know what, dude,
I'm gonna go and give you some
I'm
head in the
go
car.
ahead, exactly.
Do something.
Right.
So if prostitution was legal, guess what? The promise can be fulfilled. And now she's naming her price.
Right.
And she's that tight, dope, fine ass female.
Right.
Guess how much bread she can get.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I disagree. I feel like it shouldn't be legalized. The reason why, man, because I mean, golly, before you know it, man, everything gonna be legalized, man. You know, I do
But
think
people
that,
do it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, but still, people,
Prohibition.
People gonna do it anyway. I mean, from start to finish, still doesn't mean that you don't protect themselves. You got to protect people
I'm just saying.
who make, to me, choices that are not smart for themselves. Yes, the money is there, but there's a lot that comes with that.
You just admitted that all men do it.
You know,
all
no,
men
no,
pay for
I-
sex in one way or another, right?
Right, but there's also a way of doing it. To me, there's also a way to, again, like I said in the beginning, there's a way that's a little it's softer. It's a softer blow. You know, it's a softer.
For who?
For both parties. First of all, if I take you out on 5 dates, all right, I take you on 5 dates and we get to know each other, right? From those 5 dates, you begin to understand. It's more than sex. It's compatibility. You know, okay, they think like me. Okay, they react like me. And on top of that, then
And
I
it
have.
still don't amount to shit.
It does because obviously, you know, you go into being in a relationship with somebody for 1 or 2, 3 years, and you do learn
That
things.
don't happen every time you sleep with somebody. You don't get a relationship for 2 or 3
Not
years.
everyone's motive is to have it. We're talking about the one who's doing sex for pleasure.
So we're talking about those.
Not to find a relationship.
Yeah, I mean, the prostitution, I don't believe any. I mean, there's too many readily available women out there for you to just find a companion. It has to be a fantasy. We're fantasy oriented. That's why we role play. That's why we have all of these type of things.
And it's legalized in Nevada. It doesn't mean that she has to go stand on a corner in any
Right.
Tom, Dick, and Harry that drives by. There are organized brothels like Lamar Odom was found in, where it's a business. This is a business, and we run it. We have top-of-the-line athletes coming in here to be with women, and
They're
everybody's
checked.
safe. Nobody's getting cut up and stabbed and beaten. It's
Yeah.
a business. So
Right.
I think if it's not for everybody, I'm not saying ladies run out there and get it, but you know, some women don't mind just having casual sex with men, and especially if it's
Right.
some type of athlete or some guy with some money, she's getting something out of it. You know, we can detach feelings and all of that relationship stuff. Some of them women have relationships of their own that they're dealing with. A lot of porn stars have relationships outside of porn.
I can't
you know.
understand that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't understand that.
I don't know how they sustain, but
Sex is just sex.
Yes,
when
I
it
mean-
boils down to it, we put the weight on it. We put the feelings on it. We put the what we can't deal with as far as somebody sleeping with a bunch of people. That says more about you than it does anybody else.
right,
Okay,
right.
I get what you on that.
You know,
Everybody can't handle that.
Well, I mean, just think about it. I mean, the morally correct, all of these type of things. What if Eve never bit the apple? We wouldn't have all of this.
We would be naked.
Yeah, it wouldn't be all of these self-imposed standards and society rules of acceptance going on. We would be able to not have to make up dating games and not have to say stuff like, I normally don't do this, but it's just something about you. We do everything in our power since the apple was bitten to try to mask how we really are and our sexual nature. Again, like I said before, for some reason, women believe their level of class rating is directly connected to what they do or don't do with their vagina. But hey,
Well,
you made it.
I think it's again, we do this because again, Adam, when Eve did what she did, sin. Okay, you know, sin comes into the world. That's why we have these issues. It's just our lustful sin. I mean, that's just what it is. You know what I mean?
No doubt. But Kamika, you made a great point for a great segue. You made a great point for a segue. You're
Okay.
talking about Lamar Odom.
Oh,
We got a little celebrity news. You know how Kamika Foster does it.
Oh,
no.
yeah. Y'all
The
know I
best.
got the celebrity
The
news.
best.
So I mean, before we do it, we want to definitely let you know that Kamika Foster's celebrity news is the hottest celebrity news brought to you by the hottest female
No doubt.
in the DFW. And it's juicy. She gives juicy.
It's juicy.
Get juicy.
You know what I
with
mean?
it.
This side of the Mississippi River, baby.
Absolutely. So go ahead and lace us with the celebrity news, Kamika.
So y'all know I'm gonna start with Lamar Odom and Khloe Kardashian. She rushed by his bedside when he was found unconscious in the brothel in Nevada. She even called the brothel and asked for the owner to keep quiet about what was going on out of respect for the family and what was going on. But of course, people are money hungry these days, so he actually released videotape and surveillance of Lamar in there walking back with, prostitutes or whatever you want to call them, high class hoes, and which was shady of him. But
Real talk.
Khloe has decided, and he also has decided, to drop the divorce. Now it makes you wonder, was this some type of publicity stunt? Are we supposed to see Lamar at his worst downfall, near to death, and then he makes his ultimate comeback? I'm thinking it is a little bit. I'm thinking that now they're going to keep the marriage, and they're saying that the courts were backed up in California, so the judge never got a chance to sign their divorce, so they're technically still married. So now they've decided to stick together and remain married and work through Lamar's issues and try to bring him back. Isn't this just a great American story? Doesn't this just make the lives of Americans great, to know that there's still love out there and there's still a woman that's going to stick by her man no matter what, which I think is great.
Right.
I think that's wonderful of Khloe. She has a good heart. So they say even French Montana, her ex, got on and said that he was happy for her and proud of her. She's a good person with a good heart. He's not surprised she made that decision. She's always loved him, So, I mean, good for them if they're going to work it out. I just think that it's all a part of some propaganda scheme to, try to bring as much money as they can get to that family. And, Lamar fell off. He wasn't making no money. So now everybody going to want to see the comeback. Everybody going to want to see, the heroism in it. So,
Right.
That's my thoughts on it. What y'all think? Y'all think it was staged, or y'all think this is some true love story?
I think it's real. I think
Okay.
that this dude was on some other.
He was.
He was on some shit. He had a downfall, a big one. You know what I mean? So I think faking your death is, to me, the dumbest thing. Because what happens if your dumbass dies? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, to me, that's ridiculous. So I don't think it is. I do think that reality set in for both of them. I think that was a pivotal moment for them to realize that, dude, I still love you. Hey, girl, I still love you.
She never stopped.
Never stopped, despite what we've done. You know what I mean? What Lamar put her through, what she put him through. So I think it was real. And I hope they do come back strong. If not, it's gonna be a good talk. It's gonna be good gossip. So
Yeah,
either or,
I
we're
wish
gonna be
the best
good.
for him. I wish the best for him. I think that it's great of her to say, you know what, throw the papers out. Let's just try to make this work, because that's what you're supposed to do in a marriage. You're supposed to
Right.
sickness and in health. And obviously Lamar is sick. Hopefully he gets his rehab. We'll continue to pray for him. It's good that the world came together and supported him and tried to be there for him in his time of need or whatever. But Lamar, you still need to get it together. You don't get a pass. Even though you've had a lot of death occur to you, you got to keep on pushing and fighting and push past this drug issue that you have, and love this woman that's trying to, cater to you and take care of her husband.
Right.
So that's all I got to say about that. I definitely wish them the best.
I can say one thing. I can say what Facebook is. I've read so many publications. He died. They gonna get a divorce. They're not gonna get a divorce. I mean, it was crazy during that time, man. I didn't know what to believe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Didn't know what to. I thought he actually did die.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Got any other celebrity news?
At the moment, I'm gonna have to pause because we got a guest coming on, so we need to break to a song. So we're gonna have to pause on out for a minute, and I'm gonna have to hit y'all back with any celebrity news once we get our guest on. It's time for us to interview Siobhan Starr. She is an author and a
Siobhan
playwright.
Starr.
Nice.
And she's gonna give casting has an open call for casting, and we're gonna give y'all information about that as well. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Is she downstairs?
Yeah, she got to go.